You know that great feeling when you're about to hit a big lift and you're just feeling primed and ready to go. You're full of energy, your muscles are sort of pumped but fresh, and your joints are ready for domination. Well, I think I found a great warm-up strategy, or at least an element to include in your warm-ups to initiate this primed power state on command. If you truly want to skyrocket your progress, click the top link in the description down below and join our brotherhood of passionate athletes that all want to take their strength to new levels and unlock awesome skills as well. In the community, we have live calls, courses, monthly challenges and more, so join now whilst you still have the chance. Click the top link in the description down below and I'll see you inside. Cheers.
Also, if you want the chance to get coached by me one-on-one for free, click the second link in the description down below where there's a Google Forms link, fill that out, and if we're a good fit for each other, I'll send you an email and we'll get started working together. What that means is that we'll create a workout program tailored to your specific goals, and we'll have weekly check-ins to make sure you stay on track. If that sounds good, check out the link and I'll see you there.
Alright, so what is this surprisingly effective warm-up strategy that I've been talking about? Well, this strategy is quite simply doing muscle-ups. And you might be thinking to yourself now that, Jacob, this is absolutely redonkulous. You know, I can't even do muscle-ups as part of my strength or skill workout. How would I do them as part of my warm-up? So don't worry, for those of you that can't muscle up just yet, I've got you covered. Here's a full muscle-up masterclass in the cards on the right-hand screen. On the right hand side of the screen, and this video covers everything you need to know from start to finish on how to do the muscle up, specifically going over the transition, which most beginners tend to struggle with. Also, if you want to check out this video right here, you'll learn how to gain a higher pull up, what exercise to use, what sets, reps, how to program everything, so you'll be able to fly above the bar. Really useful if you want to get a clean and good muscle up. But before you click off this video and you go to watch those, hear me out, right? Because there's a good reason, and there's a couple of reasons as to why I think muscle-ups are a great warm-up strategy. I'm not just pulling this completely out of nowhere, right? So hear me out, and if you disagree, you know, let me know in the comments down below. Why do you disagree, or do you have any other exercises you prefer to do during your warm-ups? I'd love to hear you out. So, with that said, you know, why do we want to use muscle-ups? Because it's a bit of a strange choice for a warm-up, I will agree. And my reason is that they tick basically all the boxes of a good warm-up. You know, do they elevate your heart rate? Yep, if you just perform enough reps of them. You know, if you need to perform more than 1 or 2 or 3, if you're able to perform more of them, they will absolutely increase your heart rate. So, check. Do they warm you up? Well, it elevates your heart rate. They elevate your heart rate, so duh, obviously, check. And do they prepare your joints? Yes, they prepare your joints. Check. Right, motion is lotion, and there's plenty of motion in the muscle up. I don't think any of us can deny that. It's quite a dynamic movement. Also, there are quite a few bonuses which are a bit fun to keep in mind. Number one, the muscle up actually involves both your pushing and your pulling chain, so it's great for both push and pull or hybrid days. So there's a checkpoint for that as well. Also, second bonus is that depending on how many reps you do and whether or not you also involve the legs a little bit, you get the lower body involved as well. So check. I mean, obviously you're not going to do this like a few muscle ups before you go into your max squat PR or whatever have you, but it's nice to keep in mind that sort of like the entire body gets a bit involved. And third bonus, this is quite significant I'd say as well, is that it's very fast and it does the job well. Check. And this is super important because like the problem with most warm-ups is that you have so many different drills and exercises and you do them for so many sets and reps and you have this specific little routine that ends up taking you not just 5 minutes but usually 10 or 15 or God forbid 20 plus minutes for a warm-up. And the big problem then is like nobody does it because you can't be bothered to, right? So it's better to have a few drills, or just in this case with the muscle up, it's just a single drill that you do and that you actually do to warm up your body a bit before you go into your other lifts. So with that, we might say, great success, as our friend Borat would say. There are a few disadvantages, I guess, that are important to keep in mind as well. First and foremost, like if you don't have enough space underneath your ceiling, and it won't matter how many muscle ups you can do, even if you're max true and you can bang out 50 of these suckers in a minute or however fast it is, it won't really help you if you can't do them. So that needs to be kept in mind. And also we have a bit of a skill issue sort of involved here as well, right? Like if you can't do muscle ups yet, it won't really help you to hear that, they're a great warm-up talk. Is that, what does that even mean, right? Before those of you that cannot do the muscle up, I sincerely encourage you to watch the muscle up masterclass and the high pull up videos and start training for it, because you might be way closer than you think. That's actually the case for most people. And also, that's why this video is sort of targeted towards intermediate and advanced athletes, at least within calisthenics. You've already unlocked a few skills and you already have a pretty good baseline. Also, last disadvantage, the only true disadvantage, given that you have the ability to do muscle ups, like you can actually do them and you have the space for them, the only disadvantage then is really that they can be bad on the shoulders because they have this internal rotation action involved. And this is especially important to keep in mind if you are performing lots of repetitions and if you're performing them with relatively poor technique. If you're performing these, even a lot of reps, but you have control and good technique, and you're able to sense that, okay, now my form is deteriorating, and then you stop, then there's no real issue to these. So, serious talk, just to conclude up some of these points, because I am quite serious when I say that the muscle up, even though it might not be a go-to exercise for all types of warm-ups or for any type of routine, generally speaking, I do actually find them to be quite good for getting the system going and for just performing in general warm-up. So with that, I'm curious to hear what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have any other go-to warm-up exercises? Let me know in the comments down below. And with that, first link in the description down below. Don't forget to join our free community if you want to increase your performance, whether that means skills or strength or whatever have you. And also, second link in the description down below if you want the chance to join one-on-one free coaching with me. So with that said, goodbye guys.